Hey everyone, Sarah Swan here, and this is my first layout for the Layout a Week design team. And I wanted to talk today about what to do if you have a piece of paper that you love, both sides of it, which is this Adrian Lumen paper, which is what I'm going to talk about, but you only have one piece of the paper, but you want to use both sides. So what do you do? How can you incorporate both sides of the paper on one project? Or more than one project if you have more than one you want to use them on. So this paper, most of what I'm using on this layout was sent to me by Jennifer. And that Adrian Lumen paper with the ocean background was gorgeous. I mean, I had never heard of Adrian Lumen, or I've heard her name, but I've never seen her products. And when I saw them, I was floored. Jennifer sent me a few pieces of paper by her and a couple of embellishments as well, and I'm gonna have to go look her up because her stuff is beautiful. And that paper went really perfectly with my pictures here, which are of my husband and I took our 10-year anniversary to the Bahamas and we did a dolphin experience. So I love that side, and I also love the navy and white stripe on the back. So I marked on the paper where my pictures were going to cover up, and I'm cutting out the middle. That way I can use the back side as well, which I'm actually going to use it on this page. I'm going to use it for a layering piece behind my pictures. So that's how you can, if you want to use both sides of the paper, but you only have one sheet, you can just, figure out where you want your pictures to go on your paper and cut that, cut out a piece where either your embellishments or your pictures or something is going to be covering up anyway. So that piece that is cut out there, see, they fit right over there perfectly. So you're not even going to be able to tell that I cut the middle out. So I have square doilies. I have never seen a square doily, and Jennifer sent me, I think, 2 of them, and I was like, what? I've never seen a square doily before. So I was super excited to use that on here. And that kind of helps break up the pattern a little bit because the background is, that pattern is gorgeous, but it's very, very busy. So it kind of helps tone it down just a tiny bit. So I took the piece that I had cut out, the navy and white stripe, and I layered it back there behind my, my picture so that you can see it. And I'm going to use this chalk, which is, it's chalk ink by Colorbox. It's in Prussian blue. And I'm just gonna ink the edges of that just to help it, it's very stark because it's, white and navy, so it's a very stark pattern. So I'm just kind of softening up a little bit by adding a little bit of blue around the outsides there. And that flare badge is a flare badge by Kelly Perky, which I got in a class that I had taken from her. And it says high five on it, which is perfect because my husband is giving the dolphin a high five. So I'm going to put that on my page here. And these pictures, like I said, we went to the Bahamas for our 10-year anniversary in 2012. And we went to the Atlantis resort. And we still talk about it. We want to go back so bad. It was so nice. And the dolphins there were amazing. That was probably the most fun thing that I liked about our trip, was doing the dolphin experience. So these are little flowers that Jennifer had sent me as well, and they had numbers on them. So I took the one that has a 12 on it, and I'm going to stamp 20, the word 20 above it for 2012, because that's the year that we were in the Bahamas doing this. And those are some Hero Arts alphabet stamps that I've had forever. Like, I can't even talk about it. I think I got those when I first started scrapbooking, so that's how old those are, but I still use them. And I was using the black VersaFine ink to stamp those on there. So I'm going to get my flare badge on. I have to double up my adhesive because the foam dots that I have are not very thick, so I had to double them up. And I'm going to do my title. These are thickers from American Crafts, and they're called Lullaby, and they're in a teal sparkly color. And I'm going to fuss with the title just a little bit figuring out exactly where I want it to go, because it is kind of a big title and the letters are big. So I didn't want to cover up too much of my layout. So I'm just putting them on wax paper. That way I can move them around on the layout, figure out where I want them to go, and then when I'm ready to put them down, they don't stick to the wax paper. They stick enough that they won't move around, but I can easily pull them off just like if I were pulling them off the back of a packaging. It's a little trick that I use a lot. So yeah, I can move it around, kind of figure out where it's going to fit and where it's going to look good. And then when I'm ready to put them down, they peel off the wax paper very easily. I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. And I like when you have big alphabets, you know, that the P goes down pretty far, the L goes up pretty far. I like to layer them that way and kind of, you see how the L and the P are almost, you know, they're a little bit parallel. I like to do that. So I'm going to use some of these, one of these flowers from Prima. This is a huge tube that I've had for a long time as well. So I'm going to use that flower there just to kind of fill in that little gap, and also to bring in a little bit more of the green that's from the background paper. And these are some more, these are some stickers from Webster's Pages by Adrienne Lumen. So these stickers go with the collection that paper is from. And those are all, I forgot to mention that the paper is by Webster's Pages, but Adrienne Lumen was the designer. So I just put a few of those word stickers down there. These are some enamel dots from Freckled Fawn, and those are from my stash. And they're like a very light blue glitter enamel dot. Super pretty. I'm kind of taking a look, and I'm thinking I want to do this ribbon right along the side of my pictures, because I have all the embellishments over, you know, on the right hand side of the layout, but I don't really have anything on the left hand side. And this ribbon, it's like an elastic. You can pull on it, you know, and it stretches. And this was sent to me by Jennifer as well in my box. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere it down with my glossy accents. I'm just gonna make sure it's down good. And I like that little added detail there. You know, the color goes well, and it's just the left hand of the layout needed something. I'm also going to add a little strip right here, just to kind of echo it, so it's not only on, you know, one portion of it. The glossy accent, it's coming through the ribbon a little bit, but once it dries, it's clear so you can't see it. And that is going to complete my page. I didn't do any journaling on it because I do have another page that has pictures from the same trip with the dolphins, so I didn't bother with the journaling on it for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them on the blog and I will do my best to answer them as well. Thanks, have a great day.